Here's a few pictures of us putting up the purling boards across the top. We used the crane to do it. It was a fairly repetitive task, so I didn't spend too much time with video or anything like that. I've got a short video clip also that I'll show of us putting those up. We actually had to cut some off of the 2x6s so they would fit correctly. One thing I do want to touch on right quick is I had this safety bucket commissioned to be made. We designed it to where it would be a quick attach bucket that would fit on the front of pretty much any tractor or skid steer, anything like that. Gentleman Outback Trailers created this for us in Steele, Alabama, and it has just been amazing. I'll show you some pictures of it here later on as we're putting up the purlins with it, and also as we're putting up the metal on the roof. But it's very sturdy, and they did a fantastic job on fabricating this for us. And here's the bucket in action. As you can see, it reaches up very high to the top of our tractor at the very top of that plate the way we had it mounted, and it's very sturdy. And here is a drone shot of all of the purlins in place. Now we did have to go back in this next picture and cut the front off to make it where the fascia boards would be even. So that's what my dad's doing right there on the lift. The next step after all of the purlins being placed on was simply putting down the bubble insulation and then putting the roofing up one piece at a time.
Don't work very good.
One thing we tried was to roll it horizontal, and that ended up being a horrendous mess. So we ended up doing them vertically along with the metal sheets, and what we did is we cut pieces as you saw in the previous video, and then we rolled those up. You can see them at the bottom of this picture here, and threw them up to the guy that's in the lift right here at the very top. He would just roll those down the metal, and they would slide them over, then they would staple them in place, and that would have the bubble wrap secured so they could place the metal where they needed to. I went with this color metal called copper metallic just because I thought it would be different. It'd be something I haven't seen before on the roof. And here's an example of the sheets that we cut to place underneath the metal for the bubble insulation that we would toss up to the other guy and let it roll down for placement. Here's a picture of one side of the barn, fairly finished as far as the metal roof being on. We still have to put it on the other side. But the next video that I'm going to show you, or clip, is actually going to be of the process of how we would place these sheets up onto the roof while staying on the lift and on the tractor bucket. We placed all the sheets of metal up, like I say, one by one, and putting the bubble insulation up underneath them until we finally had reached the finish line of having all of the metal up onto the roof and everything positioned and done like we needed. We also had to take the lift round to the back and do the same thing on the back as we did the front, cutting the excess boards off here. Here's the finished roof. This next shot is a drone shot so you can see all of it. And now we just put the ridge cap on, and here's some short video clips of my father on the lift putting the ridge cap in place.
Okay, I started putting the ridge cap up. Got it about an inch over on the top right there, because we're going to have a little lip around the edge of the edge there when we put the fascias on, and so I give a little inch. I got about an inch there, and this is where I'm at. I'm on the crane right now, but went to right there, and I still got to do that much. I've got 3 pieces down. We got 11, so I got to continue on here. Okay. I'm down in the crane here. Follow around here. I'll show you. Looks like I like about 3, maybe 4. Well, 4 more pieces, and I'll be done. There's 11. We're putting up like about 4 more, but the problem is we've got the crane stuck now. I'm on the crane, but it won't move on the ground down here anymore. We've got the tractor hooked to it, but we are stuck. So looks like we're gonna have to go do a little digging under the wheels of the crane and get it freed up, and then move it down, and then we'll finish up this little project.